Welcome back, everybody. I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
So today we have Evil Twin No Snowflake Ever Falls in the Wrong Place.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, crazy. So this is 7% ABV.
Yep. And so if you haven't seen this review of this beer, we did have it go against another New England style beer in our beer bracket, and this was the loser. Not to say it's a bad beer. But now we're going to just do a regular review on it. So our taste buds preferred the other beer, and we'll just see where this lands.
Yep. Yeah, so again, there could be nothing wrong with this. It's just it went up against a better beer, so it lost. But we do feel obligated to do a full review just in case you see it. You might want to pick it up.
Yep.
So no head. Steve's got a tiny head on there.
I do get a lot of bubbles, though.
Yeah, I don't have very much. I have a lot of protein yeast floating in there.
I do, too.
To me, it doesn't look like a New England style IPA. And Untappd does call it a New England style IPA.
Doesn't on the can, but...
Yep, double dry hop India Pale Ale. Now, the style guidelines for a New England IPA can be light haze to full haze.
I would say this is very light haze.
Yeah, very light. But I would also throw it out because it's not a... The color does not look like a true New England style IPA. But that's just my opinion. Yep. Okay, smell. I think this is more on the candied citrus side of the New England IPA. Now, we are starting to see more citrus beers come out. Bell's released Side Yard, which was a New England style IPA, but that was done with Chinook hops, which was way on the citrus side. Now, Chinook can give spice too, but it was their homegrown Citra or Chinook hops, but it was a bigger citrus profile than we would expect in a standard New England IPA.
Sure. Yep.
And that's where I think this falls. Candied citrus.
Yeah.
A little sweeter. Not saying too sweet. ABV is at 7, so you would expect those grains to give off some citrus. I mean, some sweetness to candied like
citrus.
Yep. Okay, taste.
And I think you get some of that with that taste too. It's it doesn't linger forever. But you can tell that there's some tropical notes to it.
Yeah, I was going to say it wants to be tropical. It's like...
It's just slightly short.
It's like those tropical notes might start coming in or do start coming in, but then those citrus notes take over.
Yeah.
And then it falls right down. So, like, at the start of the palate, a good tropical fruit really turns to citrus and then drops off.
Yeah, it kind of dissipates quickly.
You get some of that citrus bitterness gone.
Yeah, and not super malty, which you have to wonder how they ratcheted up the alcohol to 7%. So obviously they probably went fairly grain heavy. So they must have used much lighter grain to get up there.
Pilsner grain.
Yeah, it's not malty by any means.
Right.
So.
Right, but my guess is you're gonna do 2-3 dry hops, kind of cancel that malt out, that malt sweetness. It almost tastes like it didn't ferment all the way, because I almost want to say there's lactose from the sweetness in there. But my guess is because they didn't say lactose, it is from the grain. And it didn't fall out all the way. It didn't ferment all the way. So you are getting some of that sweetness. I mean, who knows? They made this, not me.
I'd say it's slightly off balance beer, right? If for the style, I would think. It does fairly well. I think I want to tone down the sweetness a little bit. I'd probably want to dry hop it a little more because, like I said, the smell is good, but it's not like as overpowering as I think it should be.
I keep thinking about it. I get some mango. I almost think I want more dry hop, like you said, less in the boil. I think it's a little too bitter.
Yeah.
I think in the back, so in the front you're getting that fruitiness that we talked about. Then you get that, the heck's that dog doing? You get that citrus, then it really drops off. But when it's dropping off, you get that bitterness, and
I'm laughing at the dog, not you.
Yeah, so. I want that bitterness cut back. I think we're going too much into detail.
Yeah, well, we're getting more towards the IPA side versus like when I think New England IPA.
Yeah,
I think
you don't want that
juicy.
bitterness to be up there. For me, I would say the bitterness in this is around 50.
Yeah,
which wouldn't qualify it as a New England IPA.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that because I do think it's a good beer on its own. I just don't know if I'd shove it in that New England IPA category.
I would go 3.75 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you, I think, on that one because I want to give it a 4, but it's almost like if it was on...
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Which way are you going? Because like we said, we get that tropical, we get that citrus. Usually you're one way or the other. Mm-hmm. And this one is like, here's tropical citrus, here's bitterness, here we go.
We're going to diverge. And that's obviously our opinion, and you don't want to get too technical with it, but it's still a good beer on its own.
Right, yep. So, looking at Untappd, since that's the best place in the whole entire world, 5 of my friends have rated this average 3.9 out of 5. Little over 1,500 people have rated this average 3.92 out of 5.
So, I mean, we're pretty close.
Yeah, we're a little bit under. But
nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Unremarkable.
I know about that. But...
3.75 is what they said. Super sweet and fruity.
I think the fruity part, yes, but I wouldn't call this super sweet.
Yeah,
it's not malty by any means.
Again, I think this is a hard one, and I think unless you do something like this, you're never going to pick it out. Where it's weird, it's totally different to try a beer on its own versus another one in its same category.
Yes, I agree with that.
And I think if the round one of game one of the New England side pulls that out more, where it goes fruity for both, and then one starts going this way and all that. So, yeah, definitely one. I think you should pick it up. It's well worth it. I don't know how much it was. I think it was $5.50, somewhere in there. To try out, you don't get that alcohol. It's one to try. Yep. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
Happy brewing.
See you next time.